Cheerdance and cheerleading. An introduction to our final topic. What is cheerdance? I know this is not new to you, so if we say cheerdance, this is actually a team physical activity that uses organized routines for the purpose of motivating a sports team, entertaining an audience, or competition. So as you can see, in your experiences in performing cheerdance, you can say that you have the organized or the synchronized routines enable for you to perform well in your cheer dance. And not just that, among all the teams that you are cheering, it also signifies that you support the team that you are cheering. And of course, in any dances, most especially cheer dance, it gives a great entertainment to the audiences in a competition in cheer dance. In cheer dance, there are, of course, the performances here involves dances. You have the tumblings, the jumps, the cheers, and of course the stunts. So these are the inclusion of cheer dance. In cheer dancing, it directs the audience to show support, providing the team with, of course, the motivation and a psychological edge in the game. Because if you are in a competition, most especially sports competition, and then there are someone who supports you by merely cheering you up, no, ang laking effect na yun sa atin. If you are on a competition, sports competition, syempre, you experience nervousness, the pressure and everything, and then there are these cheerleaders that you have cheering on you, they believing on you, that you know that you can do it. So, it is, bakit siya tinawag, or why is it that it has a psychological edge? It is because when someone cheers you up, it lightens up your mood, or it motivates you to do more, to do well in your certain activity that you are doing, or not just activity, in your chosen passion that you do. And since in cheer dancing, this what do you call this? This relates to the sports competition, then definitely ang laking epekto nito. It has a great effect on those athletes, no? Having these cheerleaders, no, cheering on them. So that's it. And of course, what is cheerleading? Okay, you know what? There is a difference between cheer dance and actually a cheerleading. But ano nga ba yung difference ng dalawang to? So let's begin. In a cheerleading, of course, it is the performance of athletic skills, no? It includes these chants, the dances, or chanting, no? Or yells, to gain a response from spectators at event. So in this cheerleading, no, the purpose of this is actually there is jumps, dance, and chants or yells. But then, ang pagkakaiba nito, no, in terms of sa Cheerdance is that you can gain a response from spectators at an event. Not just spectators, but of course the audiences that you have within the event. Okay, so that's it. And also, if we talk about cheerleading, this ranges from chanting to intense physical activity for sports, team motivation, audience entertainment, and of course, competition based upon organized routine. So, in a cheerleading, hindi po siya basta-basta agad to show intense physical activity, but of course, mag-start muna siya as possible in chanting or yelling. And after that, then the cheerleaders are free to do whatever routines that they have, no? Basta tapos na yung sa chanting nila. That's it. And of course, if we talk about cheer dancing, there will always be a history of cheerleading. And if we talk about cheerleading, It is based on an organized routine, which is the basic elements of dance: the tosses, the jumps, the tumblings, passes, and of course the stunts. And according to John Campbell, in the year 1898 rather, November 2, he is an undergraduate of University of Minnesota, encouraged the crowd to chant and yell to encourage the team. So basically, if we talk about cheer dance, that means it has the jumps, the dances, the stunts, the tumbling skills, and also the cheerleading. But then, in the cheerleading, you, as a cheerleaders, you encourage your team to yell with you, to support with you, or to support you in cheering with them. So that's it. And there is this famous line of John Campbell, who made him the very first cheerleader or yell leader in terms of any cheer dance and any cheerleading competitions. And that is "Ra ra ra, schema, hurrah hurrah, varsity varsity varsity, Minnesota." So that is the lines that he used to say, or he used to yell in any competitions that maybe their school have. Okay, and that's it. And of course, in cheerleading, there will always be a great traditions in the art of cheerleading have developed over the years. First is, of course, in 1920s, the cheerleading or cheer dance, no, they started to have the drums and noise makers. Sorry for the dog. And drums and noise makers were used by the yell leaders, and of course, among 90% of the female participants is or 90% of female participants yung kasali, no, in any cheer dance or cheerleading competitions. Imagine, so the remaining 10% is actually for male participants. And of course, during this year or these years rather, there is gymnastics and tumbling have started to incorporate into their cheers. So hindi lang siya basta-basta cheers, hindi lang siya basta dances, but then they also incorporate gymnastics and of course the tumbling in these years. Next is in 1930s, universities and high schools now began performing pom-pom routines and paper pom-poms. So as you can see, hindi lang siya drums, it adds the pom-poms, the props, no? Hindi lang siya sa instruments, but rather in this span of years, no, 1930s, they began to use the pom-poms. The pom-poms na paper pom-poms or yung mga plastic pom-poms, if you know what I mean. So that's it. And in the 1940s, dito, I think this the female started to join this sport. And of course, not just that, when the men returned from war, new twists, no, and turns were added. And what are these twists and turns? Maybe it can be gymnastics, no, were always done by men, and while the girls dance. So why is it that the boys are in line with gymnastics and not the girls? Because we all know that if we try to look back, if we try to remember the history of PE, that the male, no, are the ones who started to join in Olympics because of their strength, because of their abilities, and the girls, no, are just humans who are actually homebodies. Okay, in the year 1950s, the cheerleaders were a common sight on the basketball court as well as the football field. So, no, so dito, and then in 1950s rather, you can see cheerleaders performing inside the court before the start of the game. Mostly naman before the start of the game, no, we always start, and in any sports competition, we always start with cheer dance competition or cheerleading competition. Para ba, parang to motivate all the players, no, or the athletes to actually do well in their chosen field of sport. So that's it, no? And in the year 1960s, the usage of pom-poms, no, as it's most likely recognized as probably present. So in this, no, in these years, the span of years, no, it is a requirement na for them to use pom-poms. Not just you possess the dance, the tumbling skills, the stunts, the dances, no? But then, dito naman, in this span of years, they required, or no, not just required, but then they recognize the use of pom-poms as a props, no? Or yes, so that's it. And that's it. And this is according to, and who invented the pom-poms? It is Fred Gastoff. And in the year 1970s, no, the cheerleaders began supporting all school support. So, dito naman na it is made wide open to actually cheer on in all the sports, no, not just basketball, not just what they call this, not just football, but in all the ball games, the team sports, all the team sports, and of course all the individual and dual sports. This is the first nationwide television broadcast of the Collegiate Cheerleading Championships by the International Cheerleading Foundation (NACIM). And on the year, of course, 1976 to be specific, there is the evolution of dancing cheerleaders. So, ano kaya itong mga evolution to? Maybe there are some sort of what do you call this, changes from time to time. Changes in the basic routines that were added to Cheerdance or cheerleading, additional stunts, tumblings, or whatever is that includes whatever na meron sa ating Cheerdance. And on the year 1980s, no, on the span of years of these 1980s, the cheerleading competitions was, of course, organized by National Cheerleaders Association and other groups. And universal standards were set and safety guidelines outlawed many dangerous tumbling moves and pyramids. So dito, in this span of years, nagkaroon na ng mga set of rules and regulations that must be, what they call this, that must be followed by all the participants, no, in any sports competitions. And at present, in the Philippines, we in this siguro it's 1990s, and at present, no, it is a, sabi natin, kinaugulian natin to have Cheerdance before the start of the program in any sports competitions, no? It's either within the school premises or within the barangay, the national, international, Olympics, ASEAN, and etc. So that's it. We also have Cheerdance as a distinct activity. So if we talk about Cheerdance, this emphasizes the dance and performance aspects of cheerleading and is often showcased in its competition. So dito, what it really emphasizes here is actually the dance. Okay, it's the dance. And of course, in Cheerdance competitions, no, this focuses on evaluating the choreography, the synchronization, the creativity, and the overall performance of the Cheerdance routines. So dito, kaya meron tayong mga judges to see. They are the ones who will evaluate the choreography that a team may have, the synchronization of the steps that they execute or perform, the creativity, no, in terms of doing the dances, as well as pagsasabi nila yung how they will use the props that they have while performing the dances, the routines that they have, and of course in the overall performance of their Cheerdance routines. Okay, and in this, Cheerdance continues to evolve as, of course, a dynamic and expressive form of performance art. And ito na, what is, ma'am, what is the difference between the cheerdance and the cheerleading? As I have said, we have here the emphasis on dance, okay? So in this, andito naman na lahat, no? So in cheer dance, what it emphasizes was actually it has this strong emphasis on dance, okay? That in those dances, it has synchronized dance movements, wherein there is, it shows the various dance, no, styles, which are the jazz, the hip hop, or contemporary. And of course, in this cheer dance, it includes the choreography routines, the formations, no, how good and well they are in transitioning from one formation to the other, and the sequences of their dance, no, the sequence of how they will showcase their concept among to the audience and to the of course judges. And in cheerleading naman, this of course involves dance elements, and dito it includes, no, the cheering, the stunts, the tumblings, and sometimes even gymnastics. So dito they incorporate cheers and the chants, no, enable for them to energize the crowd. So that's it, no. Next tayo, the stunts and the tumbling skills. In cheer dance, there is stunts and tumblings, no, but these are not as prominent in cheer dance as they are in cheerleading. In cheer dance, there are, of course, it may include simple stunts or jumps, but the focus of this is actually on the dance concept. So it's more on the dances. But in a cheerleading, typically, this is a broader range of skills. Wherein this includes the stunts, where, of course, you expect the cheerleaders to lift and toss each other into the air, as well as the tumbling passes, and include flips and acrobatic elements. So in the stunts and tumbling, slight lang yung sa cheer dance, but in cheerleading, as in lahat, all in. Okay? So that's it. In the audience engagement, as I have said, in cheerdance, it showcases, of course, more of the dance. But in the cheerleading, so as I have said a while ago, that the cheerleaders, no, incorporate cheers and chants. So dito, they are cheering as well as they encourage the audience to cheer with them. Para the more the merrier. They maximize their cheers, their yells, their chants, enable for the audience to actually participate. Pero hindi naman siya required. Pero syempre, 'di ba, if you will hear the good yells that they have, then definitely mahihikayat ka na din o masasabayan mo na rin siya. You cannot hindi niyo mapigilan sarili niyo na to actually cheer with them too. So that's it. In the competitions, first, cheer dance competitions are common, wherein the teams now showcase their dance routines and are judged. They are judged according to, okay, let's emphasize this. Let's emphasize, I should say, the choreography, the synchronization, the creativity, and the overall performance. While in cheerleading, it has a comprehensive events that assess the teams on various elements, including Of course, not just the dances, but it has these stunts, the tumblings, the jumps, the dance, and of course the crowd interaction. So it says here the crowd interaction. So there will always be an interaction between the cheerleaders and of course the audiences. Okay. Next, for this is we have the elements of Cheerdance. In dance moves, there are of course variety of dance movements in Cheerdance. No, as I have mentioned a while ago, it has ranging from jazz to hip hop to contemporary to other dance styles. In this, the dancers or the cheerleaders perform choreographed sequences. When we say choreographed sequences, that means pulido yung sequence na ipapakita nila while doing their dances. So, how is that? This showcase their flexibility, the fluidity, and of course, the coordination of the the cheerleaders. And in formation changes naman, of course, in a cheer dance competition, you expect that you have more, or you can see more formations. There is transitioning formations. Why? It is because to showcase different variety of formations, and not just that, their ability, of course, to show the audiences the synchronized patterns that they have while changing one formation to the other. And of course, this appeals to it has also a well, it is appealing to the eye if you can see various formations while the dancers or the cheerleaders are dancing. Okay, and for the jumps, we have here, of course, this is a common element in Cheerdance, no? And it has various types of jumps, no? And in here, this is actually to add height and excitement to the routine. Of course, if you can see jumping, di ba? Parang, hindi lang siya basta-basta sayaw, but then you can see jumping. And in jumping, we have the toe touches, the pikes, and the hurries. And of course, we have the turns and the spins. In this incorporate it showcase the dancer's technique and precision. Ano kaya tong technique? Technique in terms of doing this spinning movement, and this includes of course pirouettes, fouets, and other spinning movement. So dito, ano yung ini-spin nila? Maybe we can see cheerleaders spinning their head. Alam mo yung parang nauna yung ulo sa ground, parang ganyan, no? And any type of turns and spins. Okay, so that's it. Next is we have the tumbling. In this, of course, this is somewhat traditional in terms of cheerleading because aside from all the stunts, we also have these tumbling skills. Wherein these tumbling skills is actually a part of acrobatic movement. Or this is actually in the inclusion of the acrobatic dimension to the performance. And of course, what includes the tumbling? So you can see the cartwheels, the round offs, the handsprings, and not just that. You know what? You can also see some cheerleaders, actually doing backlifts, Hindi lang po ito yung mga tumbling that they can do, but then also the front roll, the back roll, the side roll, and everything. So, tumbling skills. This is also a part of the floor skills in gymnastics. Okay? And the stylized movements. So this also incorporates stylized movements, that align with the theme or mood or of the routine. So dito na makikita yung the gestures that the cheerleaders shows, their poses, and of course their the other expressive movements, that can enhance their overall performance. Dito na papasok yung kunwari, in any cheerdance concept, you know what, alam naman natin na in any cheerdance concept or cheerleading, I should say, is that we also have this unique concept. Wherein in this concept, you can actually show to the audiences as well as the judges these gestures that we have, di ba? Meron pang ang actingan before, during, and after the performance of the cheer dances. So that's it. Stylized movements. And next is we have the lips and the partner work. So dito, this includes the pyramid buildings. Dito napapasok yung pyramid buildings. Why? It is because dito napapasok yung ang gagawin ng mga cheerleaders is that they will, 'di ba? Dalawang tao, yung isa nakatayo dito or pwede namang tatlo, bubuhatin ng isa. So dito papasok yung pyramid building. Okay, they will do 3-man pyramid, 4-man pyramid, 6-man pyramid, 7-man pyramid, and above. As long as they can, and as long as they can handle. Okay? That's it. And of course, the facials and expressions. As I have mentioned, dun sa stylized movements, no, not just the action, but of course, it includes the facial expressions. You know what? A dance is not appealing to the eye if you cannot, what do you call this? See the emotions of the cheer dances. Because as we all know, you dance to express and not to impress. So in here, if your concept in Cheerdance is actually a horror, so your facial expressions should actually be parang nakakatakot, scary. If your concept is actually happy concept or a joyful concept, then definitely the cheerleaders are happy or in a good mood. The cheerleader shows a good mood or a positivity. So that's it. So it is very important for the cheerleaders to actually have these facial expressions. And the props, as I have mentioned, it is very similar or familiar, no? The cheerleaders have the pom-poms, the flags, and of course, not just that. It depends also on the concept of the team, no? Kung ano yung mga concept nila, sige, we will put like this and that, no? So that's it. And of course, we all know that the props, no, it add visual interest or it is pleasing. It adds aesthetic, sabihin na natin, no, to the audiences as well as the judges. Okay? And the synchronization, of course, if we talk about synchronization, then sabay-sabay sila. Synchronize, no? Walang magkakamali at all costs, no? Kasi there is a uniform in terms of their movements, in terms of their props, their costumes, stunts, everything. Okay, so that's it. And choreography, so dito we can see the elements, no? There is a combination of elements in a cohesive and engaging manner. So in here, there is an arranging of movements. Parang dito papasok yung domino effect of the movements of the what do you call this? The cheerleaders, not just and of course the transition of the domino rin in terms of the transition of the formations. Yan, so that's it. So for this topic, I will going to teach you or show you or demonstrate you these basic techniques na commonly used in Cheerdance. So actually, na-experience nyo na to. I mean, nagawa nyo na ito, na-perform nyo na to. So we will just recap everything. I will just flash. Okay, sorry for the word. I will just flash this, and after that, next meeting, you will do everything, these basic techniques. That would be all. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next video. Bye!